fine, but when it comes to the PDP, it is an internal affair which is not fair. Enoch from Nkoro. Perhaps we get some a lawyer to really explain what the judgment is about and why it went the way it did. The INEC display of the voters register is commendable. INEC should not allow display registers. They should please ensure that PVCs are also made available to electorates, even in Degama. Joel Adolfo sent in that message. This person on WhatsApp says the Federal High Court has dismissed suit by APC against PDP to welcome development. Collins Anyanwu speaking here. He also says appeal to the masses to support the governorship candidate of the PDP. Oh. And this one says a group endorsing PDP governorship candidate and recent court judgment that sacked all APC candidates and the suit of the PDP against the APC against other parties is a sign that our democracy in River State has been ambushed and is under heavy attack. Ihemadu Charles. All right, remember that we're live on Facebook and Twitter at Nigeria Info PH. Do well to take advantage of it. The conversation continues after this short break at Nigeria Info PH on Facebook and on Twitter. Stay tuned. On WhatsApp, this one says the court in Rivers State abrogates and reprobates. These are not good signs for our democracy. Clinton from Bori sent in that message. The good news this morning is that Naira is appreciating as the foreign exchange at the foreign exchange market. I hope traders would hear that. Igruta. What would the APC expect from Rivers Court, where all the judges are in the comfort of the government's pocket? God will surely liberate Rivers State from those killers of democracy. Nicholas Emelody from Abua Odwa. Sim Fubra to continue from when week stops. It's laughable. The greatest mistake Rivers people will make is to vote for Sim. There is no network in that Sim. Namdi from Port Harcourt. Well, Rivers people will decide. Again, Rivers people will decide. The phone lines are still very open. 070-0923-0923. I'll take that again. 070-0923-0923. One more time. 070-0923-0923. That is the number for you to call and be part of the conversation. On Facebook at Nigeria Info PH. On Twitter at Nigeria Info PH. And you get to contribute as well. More messages on WhatsApp. This one says, court dismisses another APC suit against PDP. This is a welcome development. Bright Mondi from Omerelu sent in that message. This one says, endorsement of PDP gubernatorial candidate by Rivers professional is a welcome development. Woyike Odinaka. This one says, good morning. It's been a long time. Chigbu Johnson from Birmingham says Federal High Court dismissed another APC suit seeking to disqualify PDP House of Assembly members. This is a welcome development. Rivers APC should stop wasting their time in court, he says. This one here says, good morning. APC does not have right to take PDP to court, but PDP has the right to take APC to court. Here in Port Harcourt, please, I beg Nigerians and Rivers indigents to collect their PVC and make things right. I think, like I said, we'll need a lawyer to really try to explain to us this, why the difference. Is there certain peculiarities about the cases that allows for this to work and that not to work? Would know. This one says, court dismissed another APC case against PDP. Please, APC people should go and sit down because no reasonable Rivers man or woman in Nigeria today who is not politically gullible would vote for the APC. Ayana Ugu is a king boy sent in that one. Ida from across the line. Good morning.
Yeah, Andrew Femi, good morning.
You're welcome.
First of all, I want to commend the court for doing the right thing. Because we have children, unborn children who are coming up to not come and inherit battle from these APC members. See, you should have to do something that is right. Not that you are taking somebody to court that person did not file anything where you didn't look at the content, you're going to court. You are not a PDP member. So I want to commend the court. And those who prove that endorsed him, Amopusinala Fubara. Well, I, Honorable Dan from Nkoro, also do the same thing to endorse him. And people of Nkoro, I'm urging people of River State to please come out in mass to vote Amopusinala Fubara. He's a good man, he's a correct man. I don't know whether I've seen this particular man, young man, vibrant man, smiling.
All right, in
I love this man. He will win constitution. Thank you very much. God bless.
JJ from Rumigbo, good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
Good morning to you.
The court has struck out another APC suit against the PDP. Andrew, I don't know if people follow what the court said. They said, one, that they file out of time, that the case is status bound. That is one. Secondly, that the law that they eat their suit on does not even exist anymore. You don't bring something or nothing now. That is what the lawyer explained. So if you file out of time, 5 days after time, and the law you are even teaching, you are quoting that this is what empowers you to do this, does not exist, what do? Maybe that of the PDP against APC, they each on the right law. So the judges are not for their Christmas. And the group that endorsed Sim Fubara, for me, I think it's a good one, because Sim Fubara is all for one and one for all. For senatorial district, he represents the ones that have not been there. For Ijo, he is there. For Riverine, he is also there. 3 in 1. You did that for goodness sake. For equity, fair play, and justice.
All right, JJ. Thank you very much. 30 seconds up. Jude from Omar, good morning.
Yeah, court dismisses another APC matter for lack of jurisdiction. I describe that as ridiculous. The National Judicial Council had better done something now against this High Court in Port Harcourt before it destroys the judiciary. Now, let me give you an example with that of NMPP. That was the same matter PDP took to court. And the same High Court in Rivers State asked INEC to de-recognize the candidates of NMPP. It's the same court that is telling the world that APC does not have the legal right to take PDP to court. On the same issue, it's ridiculous. National Judicial Council had better look into the High Court in Rivers State before it goes out of hand. I don't know. I don't understand. I'm not a lawyer. I can call this this High Court junk. They give ruling in this matter. In the same matter, they give another ruling. It's becoming too ridiculous. National Judicial Council, wake up and look into the High Court. Good morning.
Morning to you.
Okay, court dismisses another suit of David against the PDP. My brother, I think this one is laughable, really laughable, and I want to advise my brothers in APC and my APC brothers, please, they should take this money they are using to go and buy suits and go and give to people in the ID program. They should stop wasting their time, whatever. PDP is watching a mirror in River State. Nothing more. Thank you. Jacob promise.
All right, promise. Thank you for your contributions there. We go on to what we have on Facebook. Remember the numbers to call still 070-0923-0923. 070-0923-0923. That's the number for you to call if you want to be a part of the conversation this morning. On Facebook, we're at Nigeria Info PH. On Twitter, we're at Nigeria Info PH. And going now to some of your comments on Facebook. This one says, let's listen to Austin first. Austin, good morning.
Good morning, Nigerian Info.
Good morning to you.
Let me quickly run down to comment on we are caught in APC case. I don't know what is wrong. A lawyer that has never won any case since 2015 up till the date, you continue to use the same lawyer. The lawyer of APC since 2015 has never won one case. But that is not an issue. That is not my concern. My concern is that let APC stop all these things. Hello?
Go on.
Yeah. APC should allow Sephora to sustain the legacy of E.N. Wike. So to sustain the relationship E.N. Wike has established across the states. Today, no Fulani can say Rivers Man doesn't like them because yes, Wike has established a relationship with Kaduna, with Benue State. When they are in need, come to them, not as if it's well with Rivers people, not as if we have gotten it all, but to show that sympathy, to say that we are one Nigeria. He established those relationships. I'm talking about the infrastructure that the legacy he has put in this state today. Go and see the Kasa Defense Center. Go and see the Rivers Academy. Go and see what is happening in Pamo University Scholarship. Go and see what is happening in Rivers State Medical College.
So,
somebody that we sustain up legacy. That is what we are talking about. And no other person than Steve Pomara. Please, my brothers and sisters in this state, please, they should allow Rivers State. They should allow us. Look at the investors coming to this state because of what the governor has put in on ground. He said when he came that he will establish a stable environment where investors will be coming. Go and see shopping malls. Go and see what is happening in Port Harcourt today. Thank you. I remain over for the message.
Azubike from Amoko, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. You know, I am a River State teaching and one. You know, the Bible said in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 from 1, it said that it's time for everything. And I know this is time for the judges. Time will come when it will be time for others. You know, when men begin to say evil and say it is good, I want to tell you the River State of today is not the River State of yesterday. The River State will come as one. everybody will speak. When it is one party, the other parties will support, and we will prove to Rivers State that we are not sleeping. The judiciary should be doing. But one thing I want to tell the judges that they should wait. They are writing their name in the history of archives and that of Rivers State. And I would be the one to stand and say, look at this good judge. This is what happened in so year, and people should not complain. All I want to say is that Rivers State should wake up and for once work together and take away any man that want to think he is. His name is Rivers State. God bless Rivers State.
All right, Zubike, thank you very much for your contribution there. Remember, live on Twitter as well, at NigerianPH. And we'd like to take your comments on Twitter. At Monday, Meokat says, decision by the federal government not to ban social media is good news, as I also beg Nigerians to stop spreading fake news through social media, as this may anger the federal government to ban the platform. There would be no reason whatsoever to ban social media in any sense. You can ask social media, the operators of the various social media platforms, to perhaps ban certain individuals. But politicians as well, some of them in government as well, also have their own propaganda that they spread using social media. So it shouldn't look like, oh, Nigerians, because this is something that politicians use as well, whether opposition or ruling party or whichever political party or politician, they all make use of social media to disseminate information, sometimes to even put out propagandas. It's all part of the politics, and this happens. Well, it's just about trying to stay sane and not causing any sort of crisis with the comments that are put up on any of those platforms. Promise from Gokana, good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Yes, Federal High Court struck out the matter between the People's Democratic Party and the APC. And a lot of people don't understand how the judicial matter is going. The matter that disqualified APC from the ballot was not between the PDP and the APC. It was an internal party affair. Some members of the APC who were denied from participating in the Congress of APC, who bought forms to participate in the Congress, took the party to court. And it was on that note the party disqualified APC on the ballot. However, somebody also made an argument that the NPP was also disqualified as a result of PDP votes against them. I think that they need to do some check and balances in court. But one thing I've come to know is that in 2023 presidential election in Rivers State, there will be more than 2 to 4 political parties that will contest in this election. And Rivers people will decide which political party they are going to vote. But one thing that is sure that they can say that the political party right now in Rivers State is becoming the most growing political party in Rivers State. Why? Because there's a candidate that everybody is hearing for. And I think Solomon Abe is going to take the lead and SDP is lacking.
All right,
what I'm saying, because anyone from now, you will see crowd or from PDP, from APC.
All right,
to join Solomon.
all right, promise. Thank you very much. I think I should just highlight this. If you're reacting to some headlines or something on the news, keep it within that. And most of us trying to find a way to drag the conversation into something else that doesn't even relate to the headlines or to any of the news stories that you heard. All right, if you feel you want to do that, you can come and pay. We're not going to reject. You can decide to come and pay and have all the time in the world to talk about who you want to talk about, but do not twist the conversations for the newspaper review and try to make it what you want it to look like. All right, thank you very much. Mufasa is on the line. Hello, Mufasa. Okay, before we get on to Mufasa, let's take a few more headlines from the Tide newspaper. INEC battling 600 court cases over primaries nominations. Yakubu, that's the INEC chair. This one says, Rivers Guba, court dismisses APC suit seeking to disqualify Fubara. All right. Again, Rivers State government begins legacy projects commissioning. You'll find on the Tide newspaper. Still on the Tide, G5 PDP governors still open to reconciliation. Wike affirms. This one says NDDC donates drugs to flood victims in Imo. Well, been a long time coming. I've been screaming, where is the NDDC? I mean, states that are that you are set up to develop have this sort of issues, it's not within your modus operandi. You're not set up for that purpose, but it wouldn't be out of place to make donations. Well, at least Imo State has seen. Let's see and wait whether Rivers State and Bayelsa State would also benefit from donations from the NDC for flood victims. Let's few of the on the tide. Okay, interesting. Let's get on to Adeneye in Aboa. Good morning.
Good morning, CNA Andrew.
You're welcome.
Yes, court dismisses APC suit because it has nothing to do with internal affairs of the party.
Okay.
And I want to look at the subsidiary law. Can we divorce the 1999 Constitution? Because I know that these subsidiary laws stem from the 1999 Constitution as amended. So if it is an internal affair, do foreclose the 1999 Constitution. I think that judgment is wrong. Even as a non-lawyer, I know that the law is an art, and it is difficult for APC to get justice. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Adeneye. Mufasa from NTA Road. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, I think the steps taken by a group of Rivers professionals, coming together to endorse the candidate from the PDP, for me, is a welcome development and the right step in the right direction. I've actually, examined all the candidates, and for me, I think Sim Fubara is a gentleman who deserves, that position. So I want to say kudos to that group for taking a very right decision. And one of the headlines, a place, I think somewhere in Osun, Ogun State, where hoodlums went to set up place INEC office. I think two INEC offices. I think, is it Ogun or Osun State? And please help me.
I think that was, I can't recall putting that out on the headline. Look, in the news, right?
Yeah. Whichever way, that is a very, very worrisome, piece of news. And according to the news, uncollected PVCs, over thousands of them, were destroyed. These are individuals that would ordinarily be having the opportunity to vote in the forthcoming election. That is saying that the problem of Nigeria and Nigerians themselves. Now, if you go ahead with burning INEC offices and you're still expecting a change in the way they do things in this country, we can never get it right. So I'm appealing to the security operatives to ensure that whoever that must have been involved in such disturbing acts should be arrested, and an example is set of these people. Enough of these things. We want to see a better Nigeria, and the way we can get a better Nigeria is only when people are given the opportunity to elect leaders of their choice.
All right.
That's my position this morning. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much for your contribution. We go over now to Walter calling from Rukboku. Walter, good morning.
Andrew, my brother, good morning.
You're welcome. Go on.
Please, you should not be tired. Please try to be educating our so-called regular callers. Anything that is not in news, in the news, or in the paper should not be said in public. Please be advising us so that we can learn. Then APC, court dismisses the APC matter. I think APC, they have lawyers. If they're not okay by court, they should go for appeal. Because of these people talking this and that on radio, they are no lawyers. They can't defend matter. So let's leave matter for those people that knows the law. Please, Andrew, be guiding us, please.
Thank you very much. We'll continue to do our best, and hope that you continue to listen. All right, we'll draw the curtain here on the newspaper review. Monica Fire comes up at 8. Before that, you have the business news at 7, and sports news follows afterwards. My name is Efemi Andrew. Do stay tuned.